Good morning. It is welcome to Live True with JT. I'm JT, Jared Taylor, and I'm here with Arnie Fonseca. You've seen him before. It's April 10th. It's about 6:30, I think.
Maybe.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
We are at Mount Ord, and we are enjoying the sunrise. Mount Ord is off of Highway 87, just before you get to Payson, if you're leaving the Phoenix area and heading that way. We're doing from the parking lot, it's about 7 miles to the top and about 4,000 feet of elevation gain. It's very similar to the grade, the percentage increase of elevation over distance as the Bright Angel Trail. So it's a great place to train for the Grand Canyon. And Arnie and I have been, talking about that this morning. And of course, he's given me some more coaching. And we are going to, keep heading our way up here. The sad thing is that it's been, there was a fire last year, and a lot of this beautiful vegetation is burned. But the great thing is we can now already see new life. And that's pretty cool.
A little past 2.25 up.
Okay, so
Not bad.
2.25 miles, and we've got
Closer to
4.5 to go, something like that.
Closer to 8.
Oh, it's closer to 8.
7.7, 7.8
Oh, okay.
to the top.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a tendency
A little
to
more
round.
for you.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So,
A little more.
so actually, it's more than 7 miles. It's
Yeah.
almost 8 miles to the
Yeah,
top, which
yeah.
is pretty cool. And what's nice is it's a little bit higher elevation altogether, so it's a little cooler.
Oh yeah.
And it's nice and cool this morning. It's beautiful, beautiful morning.
Perfect.
And we're just enjoying it out here. Such a beautiful day.
Well, we've got 1,500 feet in.
It's awesome.
Yeah. So on our way. On our way. Everybody's feeling good. Got a little sweat going, right?
Feeling good. Got a little sweat starting.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start the electrolytes early today. Last week kind of shook me up a little bit. So
Yeah.
it's still it's nice and cool still.
Yeah, and it should stay about like this and get a little cooler as we make
get
our way
higher.
to the top, because we're rising up. And Mount Ord had a nice snow shower a couple
Yeah.
weeks ago,
Oh, that's awesome.
so we may run into a little bit of packed snow. So it's going to drop. I can already tell, especially when we hit the shady area, the temps drop a little bit,
Yeah,
and it's going to drop another 10, 15 degrees maybe
love it.
in the next hour
Love it.
as we make it up here. It'll take us another hour and 15 minutes to get to the top. So that's good. And
We were just talking about just looking at the surroundings. It's amazing up here, and just looking at all the effects of the fire. And it's still beautiful, but I don't know what the word is. It's a little bit shocking in a way, and it's sad, but at the same time, and it's just awe-inspiring because you can see the incredible power of fire and how this beautiful area has been just demolished. But there's I think there's a cool lesson in that though, because this area will come back with even more life, healthier life than before. And in a way, that's what we're trying to do in training, is we're breaking ourselves down so we can come back with more life, more strength, more endurance. And it's a process. It's a healthy process. And Arnie and I were talking earlier that it's good if it's natural, right? I can't remember. Was this fire arson? Or was it a natural?
I don't know. I think it was natural. I think.
Yeah, I hope
it was.
Hope that. We'll have to look at it. Who knows? But it's beautiful up here, in spite of that. The sort of the devastation that you could see after the
More
fire.
rugged looking with the rocks.
Yeah.
You didn't see the rocks before.
Right.
Covered with trees. Because I always remember this little rocky area. when I come around here when I'm on the days that I'm working on leg turnover. You got to kind of watch your step through here.
Yeah, you do.
Because it's, you know, you got all
Like
these
marbles.
Yeah, you're running on freaking boulders, little boulders, and you know, easy to roll an ankle or catch a toe. But I guess that's why we do this, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta have a little fun with it.
Arnie and I are nearing the top. We have gotten into this amazing little, I don't know, green forested area. It's covered with oak, covered with juniper, covered with this pine tree right here. And I see some, there's some madrone, some manzanita around. It's really awesome. Some of these trees look like they are really old. I'd love to know how old these trees are. I just tried a different bar. It did not work. It's, I'm not gonna talk about specifics, but still stuck in my teeth, stuck in my throat. Too chewy, too hard to eat. And so, but we're training, and that's why I wanted to try it out and see if it was any good, see if I'd like it. It's a fail. So, I'll do a video on nutrition one of these days, like a little specific. But one of the key points about nutrition is you got to try things, because no one recipe is going to work for everyone. You've got to figure out what works for you. And you'll find there's certain things that you really like that other people just don't want to eat. And there's certain things that other people are eating that aren't going to work for you. Excuse me. Stuck in my throat. So, you know, and Arnie's been telling me this multiple times, you just got to try stuff. You know, and you do. And generally, for the canyon, you want to think about bringing something, a variety. Something soft, something crunchy, something salty, something sweet, you know, and
chocolate.
Yeah, remember chocolate.
When all else fails, right?
Yeah, bring some of your favorite stuff, favorite foods, and you figure that out during the training. And so, I mean, as far as nutrition goes, there's just a couple of things that was on my mind because I'm trying this new bar, and it's just not working. I couldn't eat all of it. It's too hard to eat. So I will check that one off my list and move on to something else. Oh, it's nice up here.
Yeah. It didn't drop too much, but a little bit, right?
Yeah, nice and cool. Yeah. Man, this sure beats being in the valley and 90 degrees. We are nearing the top, and we are able to see the view way off in the distance in the mist. I don't know, is that mist or is that smog or haze or whatever it is? You can see the valley. There's, I think that's Scottsdale over there. No, or Fountain Hills, I don't know. Fountain Hills. Mm-hmm. Then further out there, you can see the valley. And then over here, you can see Four Peaks, and down there, Roosevelt Lake. Yep. And oh man, this is awesome. It's a beautiful, amazing view. Oh wow, looks like we're in a Star Wars movie now. Look behind me. See those towers? Okay, so we made it to the top. We're looking around the top of Mount Ord. We're next to these towers behind us. We're looking at the view, got some little nutrition, got some water, some electrolytes. So anyways, we're just enjoying the view, and we're getting ready to head back down.
All right. How you feeling, Jared?
I actually feel pretty good. You know, I will say that right as we were getting about a mile before the top, I was feeling it. You know, I was feeling a bit tired and thinking, man, I don't think I should. I felt like I was a little more tired than I should be today, but right now I feel great.
How about a little coaching here?
Of course.
All right, we're coming downhill. and we're training for the Grand Canyon.
Right.
We're on a great trail, especially for Bright Angel. But what I like to see, I think your knees are a little too far forward.
Okay, so, how do I, what do I do to correct that?
I call it the sit.
Okay.
So I want you to sit back a little more.
All right.
So I'm visualizing myself sitting as I'm coming downhill. And the steeper I get, the more I sit.
Okay.
And I'm always focused on feeling it in the belly of the muscle of my quads.
Yeah.
If I'm feeling it in my joints, I'm too far over my toes. So I have to stay focused on sitting back and stay focused on sitting back.
Okay.
And then you just adjust your angle to the angle of the mountain.
Right.
Or the climb.
Yeah, I actually feel that's interesting. I do. Yeah, if I lean forward, I feel it more in my knees.
Yep.
If I kind of hang back a little bit, it's just a minor adjustment. That's cool.
It's a big difference, and here's why.
Yeah.
Here's the difference, because you're JT training for the Grand Canyon.
Right.
Training for 16 hours.
Yeah.
So the key to that is being able to recover on the downhills instead of trashing yourself on the downhills.
Right.
So if you're trashed coming off South Calibab and you're trashed coming off the North Rim because you're using your joints too much,
right,
and your hip flexors and the tendons too much, you're not gonna have any left.
Right.
But this will save you.
That's
this could be a game changer for you.
Yeah, man. I hope so. I'm definitely gonna practice that.
A few minutes, right?
Yeah. And the thing is, Arnie, is I'm actually pretty good at going down hills, but those downhills are so long.
Yep.
Any little tweak that I can do that will help save a little bit.
Absolutely.
I can feel it right now. It feels way better.
And when you're feeling any kind of tension, sit. Just sit. And you'll slow down. And look where you feel it.
Yeah.
It's off the joints. Dude.
Yeah, I don't feel it in my knees.
No.
That's cool.
And then it gives you a little chance to rest and you can get a little faster. I mean, you can be careful, but when you're really working over leg turnover, you can go a little faster. You will extend a little more because your stride, but it's not always stride length, it's turnover.
Yeah.
It's turnover, so being able to turn those legs over.
So a little faster.
And then as you
like a higher cadence.
Yeah, higher cadence. And then as you get more fit, you might be able to lengthen out, maybe, but if not, don't worry about it.
Okay, so we just got back down to the bottom, the parking lot, Mount Ord. We went to the top and back, a little over 15 miles, a little under 4,000 feet.
Yeah.
Elevation gain. I'm gonna go back.
He is. He's gonna get at least 1,500 feet
more. Yeah.
At least.
Right, and then Arnie's gonna call it a day. I'm
happy.
Right. Yeah. So I'm training. And he's recovering a little bit. This is a recovery thing for him.
I'm happy.
So he's taking it easy today. It's a training day for me, and he's coaching me, and I need to do a little bit more. So
yeah, Jared has a homework assignment.
I do.
He's going to work on a couple things,
right?
And that's what I like to teach is have a purpose for your workout, your training. You know, be intentional. I think that makes it a little bit more valuable to what you're doing instead of just sweating.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what I'm going to be working on is a little bit of a patterned pace. So I'm pacing, and at different intervals, I'll switch that up a little bit. So I'll go to maybe 20-minute miles for a mile or two, and then I'll slow it down a little bit and hold that for a little bit. I'm also going to be focusing on sitting down a little bit more when I'm coming down, so I'm not putting as much pressure on my knees.
Yep.
So we'll work on that.
Yep.
And I just also need to get more elevation, so I'm going to do that.
Good day.
Yeah, it's been an awesome day.
Good stuff. Fun. Mount Ord's fun. The weather was just about right. Could always be cooler, but what the heck, right?
Yeah. And I'll say goodbye to Arnie for now. And I'll stick with you for a little while.
And I'll check in with Jared later and find out what he really did.
Right. Thanks,
you.
Arnie.
Appreciate it.
We'll see you.
Bye, guys.
So one thing you need to know, so you notice that Arnie has taken off and I'm going back for round 2. I don't know if I'll go all the way to the top or not, but I'm gonna go at least another 1,500 to 2,000 feet of elevation gain. And Arnie did R3 just a couple weeks ago. So he is, as I'm building up to it, he is recovering, and he has a little bit of a strain in his hamstring that he's been watching pretty closely. So it wouldn't be wise for him to put in more right now. He's a pretty smart guy, and he knows, he's got a lot of experience, and he knows that sometimes you gotta hold back. So that's what he's doing. I am not in that position. I need to keep pushing it. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm heading back up the mountain. Man, I actually feel pretty good. I just poured some water over my head. I took a quick little break, drank some water, got some electrolytes. Right next to the road, it's really loud. And but I'll be leaving that soon. And now I'm heading back up the mountain. Whew. I feel really good, actually. Just taking a little break and getting some water, and just made me feel a lot better. And going back uphill. You know, after you do a really long uphill, it's always nice to go downhill. And after you've done a really long downhill, it's always nice to switch gears and go back up. It feels better on your legs. And that's how I feel right now. So I'm just gonna keep going. See how I feel. I do have a little bit of a pain, actually, in my left leg, right behind my knee, little hamstring kind of stuff. I mean, it kind of starts right behind my knee and stretches up and travels up. So Arnie was saying, okay, well, we need to work on some mobility, hip mobility. So I'll start working on that too, because that hamstring is kind of tight. And I also need to start rolling out my legs a little bit more, because I'm also been feeling the twinges of an IT band pain as well, kind of threatening to creep up on me. So anyways, it's beautiful up here. Middle of the afternoon is not my favorite time to hike. Just that harsh light beating down on you, that harsh sun. But it's still, even though this place looks very desolate, man, it's still beautiful. I love it. Oh, man. Okay, I'm gonna put this camera away and keep on going. Okay, it is about 1 o'clock. I've hiked my way up to the tree line again, to where it starts turning green again. I've done about 20.1 miles total, and been about 7 hours, a little over 7 hours. I'm gonna turn around here. That should give me, I think, a total of 6,000 today. I think it was a 2,000 additional miles or elevation gain. And I think the total miles I'll probably end up with about 24 and a half or 25. I think that'll be a good day. I do feel pretty good. I do feel like I could just keep on going to the top. My legs feel good. I wasn't on the way down today, our first one up on the way down, I wasn't really feeling that great. I'm feeling okay, but I was pretty ragged. I wasn't wanting to come back up, but once I started going, got some water, started feeling great. So, and I'm still feeling great. So I'm pretty happy about that. My legs still have a lot of energy, but I feel like it's time to turn around. I I'll end up with a pretty good workout. I don't know if I'm going to capture it all because my phone, the battery is dying. So I have no idea if I'm going to capture the whole distance. So I'll have to figure out, I'll have to calculate that somehow. But either way, today has been an incredible day. I still have a long ways to go. I got to go back down. And the wind is blowing. Whoa. So I still have a bit to go, and I'm gonna start on that. Hope you can hear me. The wind is going crazy right now. Whew. Okay, I'm almost down to the bottom. You can see the road back there, I think. And that's good because I really want this to end right now. I'm having a good time. Today is a great day. But I want to be done. My feet hurt, my toes hurt. My legs actually feel okay, so that's good. Okay, what was I saying? My legs actually feel pretty good. They actually, I want to say I'm surprised. I'm delighted, that's a great word, that my legs are just able to handle this. And I feel like, okay, I'm asking myself, when I'm done with this today, I'll have done a little more than a rim to rim. Total miles, elevation will be about the same, but the mileage and everything, time on my feet will be a little more. And I'm just asking myself, could I go up Bright Angel after this? Could I just get down to the parking lot, take a little break, and go up Bright Angel? I think I can. I think I could say yes to that. I'm not saying it would be easy. I don't know how fast I would do it. But I'm feeling more and more comfortable with getting prepared for my next attempt at rim to rim to rim. And not just rim to rim to rim. I've done that, but I want to do it in 16 hours. We know this, right? That's why I talk about that, and that's just my number. That's what I want to do. It's not the most amazing fast time in the world, particularly, especially if by ultra standards, it's not, but it's faster than 24 hours. It's at the end. It's just my number because it's at the edge of my limit, right? It's something that I cannot do unless I become more, unless I grow and become more in order to do it. That's the appeal. That's the appeal. So I got to keep putting in the work. Got to keep putting the work. The time is ticking. It feels like it's going faster and faster now. It wasn't too long ago I felt like I had all the time in the world, and now I feel like it's the hourglass and the sands of time are running out. Yeah, very dramatic, right? Okay, I'm feeling a little better. I think I'm gonna try to run a little bit. Maybe wrap this up with a little run. I have been running down this mountain. My toes just are killing me. If I seem to remember, that's kind of how it is. Anyways, all right, well, I'm rambling. I'll see you at the bottom. Well, I made it. Oh wow, and just in time. And now I see a bunch of off-road vehicles up there where I just was. Wow. Okay, I made it back to the car, almost. It's right back there. And I don't know if my phone died or not. I'm gonna check that here in a minute, and we'll see. Oh no, it's not dead. Okay, I ended up, Strava says, 8 hours, 37 minutes, 25.16 miles, and a 20.34 minute pace over the whole day. So everything that Arnie and I did and everything I just did, we ended up with a 20.3 pace for 25 miles. That's pretty cool. So I'm gonna get in the car and oh man, I'm gonna go home. Okay, I have to get through this gate first. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you next time.